Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. This article comes from Timo News. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So it looks like T-Mobile accidentally posted the up and coming iPhone 16 Pro on us promotions. So by now, the carriers, roughly at least the higher up senior level executives, should already know roughly around what the iPhone looks like, what it's going to cost, what it's going to be, and they should have their promotions already lined up and ready to go. And one thing about T-Mobile, we still have to keep in mind. Yes, T-Mobile has changed. They've made changes for the worse. They're no longer what they once were. I understand that, and I hope you guys understand that as well. But the good thing is, T-Mobile is still underrepresented in a lot of segments that they still have to grow into for at least a few more years. Business, enterprise, small market rural areas, FWA home broadband, 55 and under. I mean, they have several different segments that they've created themselves. Military. I mean, they look at it that way internally, and that, in my opinion, should keep them on their toes and should keep them competing aggressively, not just stepping back and raising price. Yes, are they still going to raise price? They probably are, but I think they take more of a balanced approach than any other carrier in the industry. That's why we're still seeing T-Mobile savings. That's why when you walk into a T-Mobile store, you get greeted with a QR code that says save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. They're still competing and they still have that competitive mindset. Now, yes, I will acknowledge it's not what it used to be, but they can still make some tweaks here and there that could favor the consumer. They could still throw in a couple of more perks over time. They could still, who knows, offer this discount, an additional discount. Maybe they start doing phones on us plus a $200 rebate card. I mean, there's several different tools in the tool bag that they can use if they choose to, depending on how aggressive they want to get. They put out these promos on a quarterly basis. They put out the marketing material, the go-to market strategy for the quarter, and then they just look at the numbers. And then if they're pleased with what they're seeing on the growth, then they just leave it alone. If there's a slowdown and they can project, okay, we might not reach our numbers, then they pivot real quick and they change and they implement something different. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, the iPhone, it reveals tomorrow, I think about 11 a.m. My time. And there we will get the official confirmation. But I suppose it did leak early. If you guys want to check it out, what it was, it's in the comment section down below. I mean, in the description down below. It's probably just going to be, iPhone 16 Pro on us, maybe a Pro Max on us on the highest plan. I mean, that's what it's been for a few years. And I don't think we're going to change that. We're going to change direction just yet. But just wanted to talk about, T-Mobile still having to be aggressive and competitive and to not bring peace of mind, but that T-Mobile's still on their toes and they still have to compete. And they do. I mean, it's clear as day that, I don't have to sugarcoat it. T-Mobile doesn't have to sugarcoat it. They are still looking for higher margins. They're still looking to increase ARPA. They're still looking to get enterprise accounts that they've never been able to before, government agencies, right? And that allows them to continue to build the network. Even if it's for a different purpose, it's still going to benefit the consumer as well, right? If they're getting tower sites onto a military base to please a government agency, right? Everyone has access to that, so the consumer benefits from that as well. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing overall for everyone involved, and T-Mobile has to continue making those investments. So come September 18th, if we do see CapEx go up and them signaling that they're going to double down on wireless, that's going to help FWA, right? That leads to more homes that can have access to another home internet option. So it's good to see T-Mobile is going to continue to remain competitive, I believe. I don't think they pull back yet and become a income stock. I don't think that's the case yet. But in the future we could be heading down that path as they grow as quickly as they have been, right? If they continue growing at the pace that they've been, I mean, eventually they're going to get to 30%. They're going to get the fair share. They're going to get to maybe the most postpaid numbers in the industry, right? Eventually, with time. I'm not talking about 6 to 12 months from now. I'm talking about like, 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now. If they continue growing 5 to 5.5 million postpaid customers annually, which that's what they guided for this year, and they keep raising and beating every quarter, even though the numbers are down versus a year ago, they're still raising and beating their own guidance for this year every quarter. So it's bound to happen. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if T-Mobile gets to that point where they do outgrow and where they do become bigger. We'll see if that makes Verizon more competitive. We'll see if that drives more competition from AT&T, or if they just see that as an opportunity to raise price. We'll see, right? Maybe that allows Dish to come in even more aggressive, although I don't believe they have anything left in the tank, but we'll see. Maybe it allows more MVNOs to get on board with. There's plenty of scenarios that could play out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.